miracle. He's got his miracle. Oh, I got my miracle. You've got your miracle. I said now I've got my miracle. He's got his miracle. Oh, now I've got my miracle. Oh, he's got his miracle. Yes, now I got the miracle. Oh, he's got his miracle. I got my miracle. You got your miracle. I got my miracle. He's got his miracle. I like to say I got my miracle. You got your miracle. I know it's true, I was blue, but now I got you. I got that miracle. He's got his miracle. Oh, I got that miracle. You got your miracle. I love that. I got my miracle. Woo-hoo! He got his miracle. Oh, yeah, I got that miracle. You got your miracle. Oh, now I've got the miracle. He has his miracle.
Can you believe that this guy at the beginning, when we just started speaking, Mr. Corbett said, I am shy? Look at that amazing voice.
Yeah.
Tell me where that voice came from.
I don't know. It comes from inside, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about that inside. So that inside that you just sang from, that is your soul singing.
Yeah.
And I know that this week you have been merging with your soul, and today you have, or it was actually yesterday that you declared at Breathwork, I have found my purpose. And I was like, he's got his miracle. So yeah, tell us where you're coming from. Tell us what this miracle tastes like, feel like.
Oh man. It's deep. You know, I'm coming from a place of really not loving myself and not honoring myself and not feeling comfortable in myself, really. Just, you know, and it's 40 years of, you know, not being good enough and needing drugs or alcohol just to fill that void. And it is truly a miracle that I feel the way I do now. I feel at peace with myself. I feel, which is not very comfortable. You know, I'm not very used to actually having emotions, being able to, you know, process them. And it's very uncomfortable, but it's a beautiful thing. And just the peace I feel inside, you know, with myself and being okay. And, you know, not even being ashamed or to say I love myself. You know, before I would think, you know, he's kind of a cocky dude or whatever, you don't, you know, but I do amazingly. I feel a lot of love for me, for that little kid inside, you know, that needed that love. I picked that up so much, you know, how much that little boy just needs love, and he didn't get love. And unfortunately I didn't love him, you know, at all.
Yeah.
You know, so it's and these damn emotions. I mean, you know what I mean? It's so uncomfortable to feel. I'm just not used to feeling. It's so easy not to feel and push that all out.
Yeah.
And
so in the past, you used drugs and alcohol to numb those feelings.
Yeah.
That right now you're really truly feeling a little bit of a discomfort, uncomfortability after 40 years of not allowing yourself to feel them.
Mm-hmm.
And yet this week at Rhythmia, you journeyed with the soul family.
Yeah.
And you were able to express those uncomfortable feelings without being judged.
Yeah.
And with feeling supported.
Yeah.
Feeling an anchor and feeling your center and your ground in a new way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now, even though there's a little bit of uncomfortable feelings, now how do you welcome them in?
Oh, just loving them. I mean, you know, I love that. And, you know, you talked about judge. You know, I didn't realize how judgmental I was. And even when I came here, I judged everybody and I judged myself.
Yeah.
you know, and really at closing ceremony today, all of that judgment was gone. It was all just love. And I actually told everybody, you know, I think you're all beautiful. And it wasn't just saying, oh, you're all beautiful. It's like, I truly can look around the room at people I hadn't really talked to, the people I've talked to a lot, and just see love, no judgment at all, you know. And I do think that that's great on the outside, but it's even more important on the inside, where I'm not judging myself. And there's not that little voice in me that, you know, is very loud, very negative, you know, and again, out to everybody else, and more importantly, into me. I mean, I'm my biggest critic. I have a ton of negative self-talk, and it seemed to wash away, you know.
You know, Corbett, yesterday you got up at Breathwork, as I shared at the opening, and declared that you found your purpose. And also the other thing that struck me when we were talking is that one of the many miracles, which is a very big miracle, is you said that for the first time in your life, you felt connected to source, to God, to a higher power.
Yeah.
And so let us learn more about that journey.
You know, I would like to think that I believed in a higher power, or the idea of it. But I truly didn't believe with my whole heart, you know. And going through this, seeing what I've seen, there is no doubt in my life. Call it God, call it whatever you call it. I mean, it is, it's there. I witnessed it. I felt it. Everything about it. It is so real. If, you know, you don't believe it, hopefully you can find one day that it is so real. So I just never knew, you know. And even so, I did see it, and in meditation and whatnot, you know, you can really get there. But to have the knowledge that right now it's here, you know, I can't see it, like feel it, or, you know, maybe I'm not, I need more practice and whatnot, but it is 100% here. And it's almost, it feels really good to know you're not alone, you know, and not like death or anything like that, but I'm not even afraid of death, because I know that this is just a little small portion of what's going on, and the small portion of my existence that, you know, I know my soul's in me, you know, and I know that is, it's just bizarre. It really is bizarre just to come to that realization. And it's not even question, like I said before, like God and whatnot. I kind of thought it, but did I truly believe it? This is without a doubt, you know, real, just so real.
Right.
Yeah.
So going home, taking Rhythmia home with you, you know, being able to sing a new song.
Yeah.
How does that look for you? What are you committing to?
You know, I'm committing to, like, you know, I kind of said, it's like working out, going to the gym, and it's something I don't want to lose. So I want to do whatever workouts, spiritual workouts that I need to do to stay connected and to feel the way I feel. I mean, I really have not felt this at peace in like so long. I mean, I can't even remember when I felt, unless I was completely hammered or something, or, you know, and that's really what would bring me some sort of peace, but a very temporary peace and a very unauthentic peace. I mean, you know, so.
And you get to go home to your beautiful wife, Casey, who I know you've joined us. Hello, Casey.
Hey, baby.
And to your 3 beautiful children, who also were a huge inspiration for this trip, because, you know, last night you declared the purpose of, you want to share that? Because that's quite a great program for kids.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are kids that, you know, need help, and they need help after they've gone through a lot of issues, traumas, you know, overdose, suicide attempts. And, you know, I want to make some sort of camp that's fun, because I'm a fun guy. I like to build ramps and stuff for the kids. And, you know, I know that that's fun, but and be able to integrate some of these lessons, some of these, you know, inner child loving and just meditation and just connection, so many things. I mean, I've started to write it down. It just came to me last night, amazingly. I didn't really think so. It was in breath work, and I figured it would come at another time, but it just popped right in my head, and it's been a thought of mine. But that is, something they can go to and learn these lessons before it's, unfortunately for some kids, too late. I mean, suicide these days are horrible, and just out of control, and that's really
containers, safe containers like Rhythmia are so important. Because there's so much chaos in the world, and especially if you're dealing with addiction, you need to create a sacred ground, a safe container. So tell me more about how this experience has really allowed you to, as like we like to say, return home in a new way.
This has been so powerful. I mean, I think I had certain expectations that were unrealistic, or maybe not, but in one visit, it's kind of hard to completely fix 100% of what you are, because after the first night I had a very hard time, because I did kind of see who I became. And I've been going to therapy, and my therapist is awesome. I love him, but really what I've gotten out of that has been great tools. But what I got out of just the first night was a true understanding. And I could say out loud, I'm an alcoholic, I have a problem with drugs, and I kind of believe that. But that night I felt it. I felt the emotion, and I felt the pain that it causes, Casey, myself, my kids, and really just, and it was deep. It was a hard emotion, but there's no way it'll ever leave me. I mean, going through that, and just the understanding that all of that brought it's not healing, but it is healing. And it's kind of a weird thing. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's so real. I mean, I so understand it. Like we talked about, spirits or God or whatnot. I understand it. I know it now. Like, I know it deeply. And, who I became was not pretty. It was sad. It's very sad. And it hurts my heart to really see what my life had become, and it's just something I need to, or I'm glad I saw. It was one of the most painful things I've ever gone through. I had nightmares all night. I cried all the next morning, and it just was just the realization of like, dude, you have messed up, you really have. But I feel like through this whole process, I've been able to forgive myself and actually see that night as like one of the best nights. It was the worst night and the best night of my life. Other than marrying Casey. I mean, that's my best. But seriously, it was so powerful and just so enlightening, and just, I don't know. I definitely, it changed me, and it was a miracle. I have a hard time even coming here. I'm like, a miracle? Come on, like what are you talking about? And just for that to happen was a miracle. For me to feel the way I feel and know the things I know about myself. Like I said, I've been through therapy for quite a while. That one night of therapy was 3 years wrapped up in the one powerful night. And really, when I came out of it, I did not think I could do that, because I think the iceberg is very deep, and that was the tip of it. And the pain I felt there, I just thinking like, how am I going to handle the rest of it? There's no way I can't do it, and everybody was so nice. Everybody that talked to me, just really helped me push on, gain the courage to push on. And basically each night I was almost like, I was scared, didn't know if I could do it, didn't know if I could handle more. And I got here, I got a smile on my face. Today I've just felt, gosh, just so calm, so peaceful, so happy, but still feeling emotion, which I can't say I love, but I do love in a way. I love it, but it's uncomfortable.
So let's support you. Let's have, while we're here, why not? So I understand you just said that there's still some uncomfortable feelings.
It's just feelings.
It's just feelings.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. As they say, what's coming is going.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you have better tools
Yeah.
to be able to work with these feelings.
Yeah.
They no longer have control over
Yeah.
you.
And I do believe they reside in you. You're exactly right. What
Yes.
it's coming, it's going. And if I did have feelings before, I did not feel them, and I stuffed them down with cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, whatever.
Right.
You know, and when you get upset, you go have a cigarette, you know, to calm it down and just push it down, but it stays in you.
Right.
And it's toxic.
And instead of taking that cigarette break, what can you do? You can breathe. Right?
Yeah.
It's such a big part of rhythmia.
Yeah.
The breath work.
Yeah, it is.
And so taking that breath work, because that's where also you received that purpose, right?
Amazingly. Like I said, I'm the ultimate skeptic. And yeah, that came to me in breath work. And I was thinking, you know, this is nice to breathe and whatnot, but to actually have something come to you so clear.
Yeah.
During that, it's something you can do anywhere.
Yeah.
You can't really meditate driving down the road, but you could do breath work, but not really. But you can take it wherever you want. And, you know, like going to the gym, it's something you just need to keep on doing. And I never really meditated because I have a hard time, you know, calming my mind, but it was so peaceful when you get to that place. And even we did a little bit outside, and it's just like your mood change and your just aura about you just shifts in 5 minutes. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. I feel so good after it. You know, it was one way and it wasn't horrible. I was still feeling good, but boy, I felt just that peace. It's the peace that's just crazy. I'm not used to.
So beautiful. I'm so excited for you to go home and to spread this love.
Yeah.
I was also there at the closing ceremony today when you just acknowledge each and every one. And yeah, you spoke about unconditional love and the beauty in the room and the beauty outside. And it was like, yeah, he got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's beautiful. And really, I mean, really the just change in thought of how, you know, I thought I was a very, you know, unjudgmental kind of person, but boy, really seeing myself and it's someone said, you know, I forget what it was when we were here, but they were like, you know, you're okay. No one's judging you. You're judging yourself. You think you're sitting there and like, oh, I look like a fool. No one's looking at you. Yeah. That is all your self-talk going to you, just, you know, and it is, you know, although I do judge people, but I really feel like, gosh, now there was zero judgment, you know, and it's gone down and down and down to when it's another weird feeling not to judge. You know, all of these things are just so foreign to me because I've been many years and, you know, it helped me get through my life, you know, my childhood and whatnot. I had to have the guards up, you know, because it protected me and it got me through to now. And I've known that what worked then doesn't necessarily work now, and you're still using that, but I really just can see and feel it now and understand, wow, okay, I said the words before, but now it's like my heart knows it.
Yeah.
And, you know.
There's the answer. Your heart knows it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There
By
are these
no means
just golden yeses that you've been just referring to. And yes, like when you go back home and if you forget and you want to pick up that cigarette, breathe. Right? Yeah. And then if you fall out of love with yourself, just connect to your heart.
Yeah.
And then your music.
Yeah.
I inspire you to continue to, you know, I know you said that, oh, I was just in a dad's band. Yeah. It's part of your soul expression.
Yeah.
And so when we continue to follow the expression of our soul, we're in alignment continuously with the miracle of life.
Yeah.
So you got your miracle. Let's see, should we look at some comments here?
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Okay. Feelings are visitors. They come and they go. So true. Oh, we've got Kim with us. We can't see what isn't inside of us. Pure beauty. Aww. Oh, and Casey. You want to read what Casey wrote, or do you need your glasses?
No, I'm good.
Casey, Corbett's wife is saying, I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you. Yes, we're so proud of him too.
Yeah, I got my daughter.
Amazing.
Lily.
Oh,
I love you, Dad.
okay.
I love you too, honey.
Oh, all right. Well, is there anything else that you would love to share?
Oh man, just so much, but just so much gratitude for what you guys got going on here. And like I said, this has met my deepest expectations. I mean, just so beautiful, and I'm so thankful to be able to go through it. And I think in a way it saved my life. It saved my family, and it saved me really. And I'm so looking forward to the rest of my life. And I can't really say that in the past that I really was. So it's
Wow,
beautiful.
wow, wow. Do you want to have one last little music round before we say goodbye to
Sure.
everybody?
I got my miracle. Oh, he's got his miracle. I got my miracle. He's got his miracle. Oh, I got my miracle. He's got his miracle. Oh, yeah, I got that miracle. He's got his miracle. I got the miracle. He got his miracle. Oh, I got that miracle. He's got his miracle. Oh, miracle. Oh, yeah.
Okay, everybody. Well, every Saturday we get to sit with a miraculous being who has gone through this incredible week of arrhythmia. And so don't even think about it twice. Just come and join us, and you too will receive your miracle. Thank you so much. My name is Parashakti, and sending so much love to you all. Thank you so much for joining. And I'm sending an extra miracle of a hug to you, Casey, and the children. So much love.